Warning, the following video covers information from a credible leak about Touhou 19. If you do not want to be spoiled, please click off the video. I never imagined I would ever get to do a Smash leak style video for Touhou, but here we are. To cut right to the chase, the jewel case cover for Touhou 19 leaked. It's likely legit because the CD case image is taken from the data of Touhou 19's Melon Books page. For those who don't know, the covers to Touhou games usually have a stylized silhouette of the game's final boss on them. That on its own would be decently substantial. Touhou 19's cover reveals 3 new characters. Not only that, but it also seems to confirm some fan theories about the game's roster. This is the real last warning if you don't want to be spoiled, so here's the game case. Ooh boy! Let's get the big one out of the way first. In the middle, we see what looks to be a monkey girl, and in her tail, a pole. This is Sun Wukong. Oh my god. There's a commenter who actually predicted this ahead of time, so shout out to you. Like some other Touhou fans, I don't know too much about Journey to the West and know mainly just Dragon Ball stuff. So I'll spare the obvious joke, you know the one. But like, this is huge. A powerful being from Chinese mythology who went to war with the heavens? And since this is Touhou, we'll likely see her gender swapped. Alright, so who else goes with Sun Wukong? Well, the likely answers are some of their companions from Journey to the West. To the left, we have people speculating Xia Wujing, also known as Sandy. In some versions of the story, they are an Oni. Wait, what? Are we about to get a Journey to the West character as the 4th of the big 4 Touhou Oni? That would be crazy! Sandy's known for being polite, which would lend itself nicely to interaction with other Oni. Not overbearing like Kasen, but not as direct as Suiko or Yugi. I think this would be another cool instance of Touhou using pre-existing mythology to build its own world. In this case, it'd even be a fusion of 2 different mythologies, with Sandy possibly taking the role of the Kanedogi. Then we have the character on the right. Now, that looks like a bear trap, but I'm going to propose that it's just an animal trap. Why? Well, if you know Journey to the West or Dragon Ball, then you know one of the companions is a pig. Jubaiji is sometimes just translated literally as pig. I think we're finally getting a pig Touhou. As you can imagine, I am insanely excited. But just listen to this one quote pulled from Wikipedia. Ahem. He was previously the Marshal of the Heavenly Canopy, a commander of Heaven's naval forces, and was banished to the mortal realm for harassing the moon goddess, Shange. A reliable fighter, he is characterized by his insatiable appetite for food and women, and is constantly looking for a way out of his duties, which causes significant conflict with Sun Wukong. In the story, Jubaiji is an allegorical representation of the base human nature, or the id. So, Heaven, Shange, Koishi, and she potentially flirts? If Zune even just adapts one of these traits, we're in for something special. So on their own, I think these new characters are very exciting. Remixes of Chinese mythology with possible ties to existing Touhou lore is an enticing prospect. But that's not all they represent. Sun Wukong and Jubaiji fit the Chinese zodiac as a monkey and a pig, the only 2 characters in the Chinese zodiac theory that did not have a clear representative. So it seems like the Chinese zodiac theory might be real. This is the theory that parts of the roster would correspond to animals in the Chinese zodiac. This would mean a lot of cool character choices. For characters already in, say Ran is a rabbit, Nazrin is a rat, and An is a dog. With the 3 Beast Lords playable, we'd have 8 slots of the zodiac field. Yachi for dragon, Yuma for goat, and Saki for horse. For Snake and Rooster, we have Kaneko and Kutaka, who are both in 17.5. For Tiger, we have Sho to pair with Nazrin and have her serve some of the Buddhist purposes of the Journey to the West narrative. Ox is the one up in the air. It could be Arumi, but I kinda want it to be Kane. It'd be fun to see her geek out over Chinese mythology. Then we have the online room leak. In Touhou 19, every player is given a default online room name that's a Touhou character and a number. The character names are Reimu, Marissa, Sakuya, Sanae, and Yomu. Now, if there is a list of like 100 characters, then I think this would be nothing. But since these are 5 popular characters who have been playable in 17 and 18, which are both games that tie into 19, I think we can safely say that these characters are probably making it in. So with the Zodiac crew being 12, the new Oni being 13, and then these 5 being 18, that leaves one more open slot for a character. So who takes it? Well, we do have a character who's both connected to animals and heavily tied into the dealings of Oni. She also makes a cameo in the Touhou 17 ending, and would fill Aya's role of being a printwork character in a mainline Touhou game. So, I think Kasen is going to join the roster. This would be my final roster, and honestly, I think this is really good. It's a mix of popular faces and left fielders. It's got a ton of characters never before playable in a bullet hell, and it has potential for a lot of interesting story interactions. But this isn't the only way to go about doing the roster. Tell me who you think is in Touhou 19 in the comments. Do you have Arumi instead of Kane, for example? Anyways, this leak might have actually made me even more excited, and I can't wait. Here's to Touhou 19.